My name is Prajwal. I'm basically from Nagpur, Maharashtra, but currently I'm staying in Surat, Gujarat. I'm
Oh,
I'm working I'm working professional by profession, and currently I'm working in a healthcare sector.
all right. So, welcome to my YouTube channel, Ritu Pathak English Classes, Prajwal. And I have a very, very important question for you. So, may I proceed if you allow?
Sure, ma'am.
All right. See, nowadays, many people, I mean, almost 99%, we are suffering from a certain mental disease which is known as depression. So,
Yes.
could you please tell some tips and guide us that by following what kind of strategies can we come out of that rabbit hole which is known as depression? Or you can also suggest that is social media responsible for making us depressed? What's your take on that?
Yes. First of all, we how to know about the mental condition of depression, anxiety, and its cause, right? The depression is nothing but uh, that means our mind is not in present moment because it has been restricted that our mind is allowed only to focus for the 11 to 12 seconds of the time, and rest it just wanders in a past memories or else future planning, and that too we don't have control over it. And because of that, continuously we are getting depressed because it doesn't wanted to understand the real situation.
Mhm.
And so we have to increase the presence of mind up to 1 minute. And moreover, if I would consider about the depression, that means our mind is puzzled. As I mentioned, lot of thoughts tend to come. We don't
Hmm.
have control over the thoughts. That means it is wanders in a past memories or a future planning, and that in that way only. If we look our thoughts, if we analyze the thoughts, and so we don't have the clarity.
Right.
And so if we don't have the clarity on the thoughts, so deliberately we will be getting such kind of things in our mind, and we get depressed, and we are evaluating our thoughts. So we are considering some of the thoughts good, some of the thoughts bad, but in reality every thought has um, it doesn't have any significance if it is not having any control.
Right, 101%. So, what do you think that how much time exactly we should spend on social media to
uh,
just keep ourselves away from being overstressed or overwhelmed?
First of all, we need to look for the requirements, right? Some of the people, they are working in the print media, or some of the people they are working in the media side, or some people they are working in the marketing side. So they have to scroll it out, Facebook, WhatsApp, and such kind of things. So they
Right.
need to check it out the requirements rather than making things as an entertainment kind of things will not be means good thing. Many people they are scrolling the Facebook or WhatsApp or any social media in order to pass their time,
Hmm.
and repeatedly they are doing that, and there it has been captured in our subconscious level of our mind.
Right, right. So that whatever we have installed in our subconscious mind is coming back to us in the form of depression, right?
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. So how can we fight back?
There are many ways are there. I will tell
Mhm.
you three ways to fight with the depression. The first one is that try to do yoga, meditation, that is much needed, and we have to improve our lifestyle. Try to sleep at 11 o'clock, 11:30 like that, before 12, and try to take a 7 to 8 hours of the sleep, that is much needed.
Mhm.
And one should have to avoid fast food, oily foods, such kind
Hmm.
of things need to be avoided. And try to develop the hobby like reading books, talking with new peoples, sharing their thoughts with the known
Hmm.
people. And third thing is that spiritual things means, as I mentioned in previously, but we have to spend our time. If someone is facing with a depression, so they should talk with the psychologist as well.
Hmm.
Uh,
Right.
uh,
Right. So you mean to say that a person who is suffering from this kind of disease, which is more than sadness, which is intense
yes,
depression, then one must see a psychiatrist to come out of
yes,
that discomfort zone, and to just break the shell he must start communicating with other people so that he may feel a little bit comfort.
so there are
And
two people are there. One is a
hmm,
psychiatrist and another one is a psychologist.
yeah,
Psychologist will cover, they will arrange some sessions,
yes. Hmm,
they will they will understand the mental condition, they will
hmm,
understand the pattern, and accordingly they will give some lectures or something. It would be working for the short period of the time, but I would say they have to add some meditation. Because we have to work with our brain. So if we can't uh, means I mean that if we can't at all deal with our brain, so we could not be able to proceed further. So we could not be able to come out of the depression.
right. But as I can notice and assume that to combat depression is just like to bite the bullet. And
Yes.
knowing it all, we are deliberately falling in that pit where we we can feel that kind of gloominess, that kind of darkness. But at the end of the day, as you have suggested our audience, that we should invest our time in doing some kind of yoga exercises,
Yes.
meditation, or if we feel someday that it is going intense day by day, then we should see either a psychologist or a psychiatrist, right?
Yes. Exactly. But
Right.
many a times, I would like to add one more point over here. Many a times, because people who are wasting their time on the social media, so if they don't have the structured work, so they will also get depressed because they are not doing anything in their life. They are
Right.
just with empty thoughts and randomness in their mindset. So
Exactly.
they are lack of clarity. So if someone is lack of clarity, so they would be facing lot of mental challenges. The tolerance levels will be get reduced, and they would not be able to perform good in their work.
Hmm. Amazing, amazing sharing. And I think that you have hit the nail on the head, pointed out each and every aspect, all the pros and cons. But I think that the pan weighs towards the cons rather than
Yes,
pros. That means to say it's our personal choice. Knowing all that, it is our responsibility to make a plan, to strategize everything, to organize
yes.
our day from the first reflection of the dawn, and then we can work accordingly so that we can fight back with these kind of situations. And before making it more intense, we can handle it or tackle them perfectly and in a very wise manner, right?
And there are some tips and tricks that I would like to share,
Hmm.
because
Please.
since our subconscious mind will be peak, means it will be activated at peak level at night. It's just 30 minutes before sleep, and after getting wake up
Hmm.
for the 30 seconds. During that time, it's active in a peak level.
Okay.
So according to me, so we have to plan accordingly. So we just need to take a small diary, write down small goals around of 5 to 6 goals. I think it would be a simple at
Hmm.
night time while sleeping, before sleep,
Hmm.
or after waking up.
Okay.
mostly one should have to prefer after waking up for the 30 minutes. They have to plan what they need to do. And at night time, while sleeping, they have to analyze. So, what kind of work they have been completed? They just need to take it. If they
Hmm.
have failed to complete that work, so they just need to give them in next day. We just
Hmm.
need to postpone. Likewise, if we do, we will be come out of the depression, because we are assigning task means we are coming up with a clarity in our mind, means we are clear about the goal. So these are the things that we need to do.
Exactly. Right. So you want to say that the very first task that we have to do before getting up from the bed is to just plan the whole day strategically, and at the end of the day before hitting the sack we should just repeat and revise everything in our mind, whether
Yes,
we have successfully completed all the tasks or not. If not,
perfect.
then nothing to worry about, we can complete the next day. But planning is very important. That
Exactly.
way, yes, that way you can lead a very punctual and disciplined life, and you can come
Yes,
out of that discomfort zone which is known as depression. Right.
yes.
Very nice. I mean, there's such a fruitful and powerful, power packed session, and I hope that our listeners will be benefited from it. So thankful, Prajwal, and I just looking forward to meeting you once again, and we will come up with one another, hot topic. All
Thank
right.
you for giving me the golden opportunity to interact with you. So
Okay.
hope we will be coming up with a new topics like spirituality, controlling of our brain, and all those things.
Right. So I would say just at the end of the day, if you have this golden opportunity, I had the diamond opportunity. So